Good afternoon and welcome to Entertainment Now, brought to you live and exclusive on Spectrum Television. My name is Funny Tina, but of course you call me the Big Step. I would be best of friends. Entertainment Now is a program that brings you all the trending stories in the world of entertainment, scattered across all facets of entertainment, talking about what's trending on social media, talking about the new songs, the latest releases from all our musical artists from all over the globe. We'll talk about movies as well. Everything you need to know on about entertainment right here on this particular show. Remember, you can follow us on all social media handles. Head to Facebook, head to X, known as Twitter, go to TikTok as well, and hit the follow button. And most importantly, hit the subscribe button at our YouTube channel at Spectrum TV. We'll take just a quick break. When we're back, the show in full. Well, the biggest question is what's causing a buzz on social media? What's causing all the motion? What's making our Nigerians, come out of their hiding spaces and get some very tweety fingers? That has to be the Big Brother Naija Season 10 reunion as it premiered on Monday night, reopening old rivalries and triggering fresh confrontations as former housemates returned to address unresolved drama from the 2025 season hosted by Ebuka Obi-Uchendu. The first episode delivered immediate tension as Zita and Damboski clashed after Damboski claimed that Zita's post-show actions were influenced by her hormones. When pressed by Ebuka, he clarified that Zita only contacted him for attention. And Ebuka closed the exchange by declaring, "Ladies and gentlemen, your first ship has crashed." Sorry for all Big Brother fans though. But Zita also confronted media over their long-running dispute, clarifying that she was not intimidated but felt compelled to strategize early because of Mide's energy. She went on to reject claims of colorism and accused Zita of projecting insecurities. She also denied being condescending when she told Zita to shut up in the house. Elsewhere, Thelma Lawson and Big Soso treaded sharp words as all grievances resurfaced and the argument escalated until Ebuka intervened to restore order. The episode's final clash featured Doris and Kola as Doris accused Kola of making unflattering remarks about her. Kola replied that Doris was an allergist food and added that her eviction made the house lighter for him. The reunion airs months after Emisi won season 10 and claimed the 150 million naira grand prize, with accusations, insults, and broken alliances facing in the first episode. The season's reunion is expected to sustain viewer interest in the coming days. Moving on to other stories still about Big Brother Naija. Our very own Akwa Ibom brother, Victory Okokon. This man broke the internet yesterday. Well, he went on to defend his ambitious relationship triangle with Sultana, Joanna, and Gigi Jasmine. Some would call him the King Solomon of our time. Well, recall that Victory tried to date all three women simultaneously, but got rejected by two of them, leaving him with just one, Gigi Jasmine. But during the second episode of the reunion, which aired yesterday night, Victory went on to defend his simultaneous attraction to the three women, saying it was no big deal. He also claimed that he told Gigi about his intention to also date Joanna and Sultana. However, Gigi responded that he never told her. And it's not a big deal to like three women at the same time, according to Victory Okokon. But at the end of the conversations, everything resulted in a very big issue as Victory Okokon and Gigi Jasmine all got themselves involved in a very heated argument, and some netizens have been calling for, a cancellation of the man Victory due to some very sexist comment he made towards Gigi Jasmine. Let's look at the video now. Apologies for the technical difficulty right there, but we'll move on to other stories as content creator Kolu has publicly expressed dissatisfaction over his relationship with fellow entertainer. Talking about Katarefa. In case you don't know Katarefa, at least you know W is in the chat. Or the man went on to reveal that the pair have reportedly parted ways. In a video circulating online, Kolu claimed that Katarefa no longer takes him to shows and alleged that he has not benefited financially from the association. He complained that while Kata continues to earn money, he feels left out and unsupported despite their previous collaborations. Kolu also stated that requests for financial assistance have allegedly been turned down and suggested that their relationship has become strained. As a result, he declared that he will no longer participate in Qatar FS live streams. And we have the video right here for you now.
Good for me. I don't happy. Me I got we don't have problem. I know life film. I know the same money. But I know they call me go to again. I know the same money. I know the back money. Money no the day. I know they got money. I feel I know good. Now look at they got money. If you would have forgot the house. Got that buy. Got that buy. Got that buy plenty thing. Got that same money. FCC, got money, got money, got plenty money, got buy.
Well, it's always a very hilarious time when you're listening to Kolu, but Qatar FN is usually has fired back and he shared proof of financial support for Nigerian skipmaker, and he's responded to Kolu after he recently cried out that, come on, this man is not giving me money. Qatar FN is saying, come on, you're lying now. You're lying. I've been giving you lots of money. Recall that Kolu had lamented in the viral video we just watched, and saying that he and Qatar FN had parted ways, alleging that the skip maker no longer takes him to shows and refusing to give him money whenever he asks. And Qatar FN has come out to dismiss those allegations and call it completely false. Went on to show receipt of money he allegedly sent to him just the previous week. And went on to say, come on, this man, he just likes women too much. But I don't want to talk too much. Let's take a look at the video.
Kolu say I know they give her money. He said I know they give her money. He said I know they carry and they go show. Say no they see money. Now me tell you say when you carry your hard money, go buy motor where they hot. Every day now Kolu they renew in motor body. They renew in motor color of body. You don't change that motor from white, go black. Then the same motor, you don't go helicopter. So they bed every day. Now Kolu they spend money for that in motor. They find money. Last week for you, I sent her 1 million. Day before yesterday, I sent her 600K. Yesterday, I sent her 800K.
Well, we can only hope that Qatar FN and Kolu get to, solve their differences and get back on the same path. But moving on from that, I would go to Nigerian comedian and actor Bovi. This man has shared his perspective on marriage and divorce, revealing why he does not view every divorce as a failure. The entertainer made the remarks during a conversation with media personality Morayo Folabi Brown, where he discussed the realities of married life and the growing number of separations in society. Well, according to Bovi, some divorces may represent a necessary end to unhealthy situations rather than something to be condemned. His comments have since attracted attention online, with many social media users weighing in on his views. Speaking during the interview, he said he believes some marriages become difficult environment for one or both of the partners. And he went on to state that, come on, I celebrate when people get divorced because I feel it means one or both people were not actually doing so well in the marriage. He noted that while divorce is often viewed negatively, he sees it differently when individuals are unable to thrive within a relationship. Let's take a look at the video now.
I celebrate when people get divorced because I feel it means one or two people were not breathing well inside that space. You get what I'm saying? So I will not suffer anybody, neither will I want anybody to suffer me. Right. That's not to say my marriage has been easy for 17 years. It has not.
That's a long time.
Yeah, I got married at 29.
Yeah. Don't try.
Yes.
You've been providing for 17 years.
Yes, no.
That right there is Bovi talking to us. But we'll move on from Bovi and now would go to Nigerian singer Daniel Benson. And a lot of us don't know that Daniel Benson is actually from Akwa Ibom State, but he's lived in Lagos for quite a long time. But finally, he's moved on from Lagos to the United States, and he's come out to claim that Lagos is actually more expensive than the United States. The singer will reveal that he has relocated to the United States, said aside from paying bills, there are no hoodlums or street beggars demanding money from people in the United States, unlike Lagos. He was speaking during a recent live stream on TikTok, and he said, I was telling someone, since I got to the United States, nobody has asked me to give them money. And people are also suffering here. Lagos is super expensive, and it is more expensive than Los Angeles. Aside from housing, every other thing in LA is not expensive. For instance, I am paying $12,000 monthly for my rent. Here you just pay your rent and you're good. I don't know how many of us agree with Buju Benson, but some would say maybe we first jackpot, then we go talk about that side. But moving on, would go to yes, more religious matters where Pastor Kumuyi, he's ruled out handing over his church to his sons. The man has declared that he would never hand over the leadership of the church to any of his biological sons, insisting that the ministry belongs to God and not himself. He was speaking during a service, and he addressed public speculation that he might pass church leadership to one of his children. Dismissed the idea totally, saying, come on, I'm not the owner of the church. God is the owner of the church. Jesus Christ is the owner. So the church doesn't belong to any individual leader or founder, but just to Jesus Christ alone. Well, we'll move from that particular story, not to dwell on that long. We'll go to Speed Darlington Akpi. Well, the man is in the news once again, always in the news. He's expressed shock after allegedly being charged 203,500 naira for parking his vehicle at an airport for 4 good days. Well, in a video shared online, the musician recounted how he chose to drive to the airport instead of using a taxi, believing it to be a more convenient option for his short trip. However, upon returning from his 4-day journey, he said he was stunned by the amount he was required to pay for parking. He was visibly frustrated in that particular video, and he complained about the rising cost of living in Nigeria, describing the parking fee as very, very excessive. He compared the charges to what might be expected in some European countries and questioned why such costs were being imposed locally. Oh, not dwell on that particular story. We always know speed is in the news, but we'll move on to more serious issues. It's actually a very sober movement, but the British police have actually arrested 3 suspects in connection with the fatal stabbing of British-Nigerian musician Mark Orabi, whose death has sparked an ongoing murder investigation in London. Orabi, who was 35, reportedly sustained multiple stab wounds during an incident at a residential property at Raleigh Road on Friday. All emergency responders rushed to the scene after receiving distress reports, but efforts to save him proved unsuccessful. Well, according to the Metropolitan Police, officers arrived alongside paramedics and discovered that the victim critically injured in the garden of the property. He was later pronounced dead at the scene of the crime. While formal identification procedures are yet to be completed, authorities have confirmed that the deceased has been identified as Marco Rabi, and specialist officers are currently providing support to his family. And in an emotional tribute, the family members described him as a cherished son, brother, uncle, and friend whose life positively impacted many people. Police disclosed that 3 suspects, 2 men and a woman, were arrested shortly after the incident as part of the investigation, while prayers and well wishes are with the family of the departed. So we'll move on from that particular story and go to other stories that we have trending in Nigeria as we speak. But first of all, we'll take just a quick break, and when we're back, we'll continue on entertainment now for today. Well, thank you for staying tuned. This is still entertainment now on Spectrum Television. My name is remains on Phonitin. I would go straight to the viral tidbit segment where a student of Olabisi Onabanjo University has been praised online after returning 90,000 naira that was mistakenly transferred to her bank account. Well, the incident was shared by a Nigerian man who explained how the transfer error occurred while he was making a payment to a technician. Well, according to him, the technician had sent an incorrect OPay account number, leading to the money being credited to another person. The man said he completed the transfer without carefully verifying the account name because the amount involved did not initially raise concerns. He later discovered the mistake after the technician informed him that one of the digits in the account number had been entered incorrectly. He explained that they subsequently reached out to the actual recipient of the funds, who turned out to be a student, and according to the man, she responded positively and refunded the entire amount shortly after being contacted. You wonder why this is causing a buzz on social media? Well, it's because in showing appreciation for her honesty, the man had to send her 10,000 naira. And Nigerians are asking, someone return 90,000 naira, you're giving her 10,000 naira. But it is what it is. As a story has attracted positive reactions on social media, with many users commending the student for returning money that did not belong to her. Now we'll move on to the foreign bus segment. It's always crazy over there, but we'll go to the United States, where an OnlyFans model, Michelle Relastam, has been sentenced to 4 years in prison after an intimate session with a client ended in tragedy resulting in his death. Relastam received the sentence after pleading guilty to involuntary manslaughter in the death of Michael Dale, who reportedly suffocated during a paid intimate encounter at his home in Escondido, California. Well, according to prosecutors, Dale died after Relastam placed a plastic bag, a plastic wrap, and a duct tape over his head. As part of the session, an authority said his limbs were restrained, preventing him from removing the coverings, and he was unable to breathe for several minutes before emergency services were contacted. The incident reportedly occurred in April 2023 after Dale allegedly paid the content creator $11,000 for the encounter. He was later declared brain dead and subsequently died for his injuries. Oh, very sad story there. We'll move on and we'll go to the final segment of entertainment now. It has to do with the top charting songs in the Apple Music Nigeria chart as we speak. And as usual, we'll start from number 5 to number 1. At number 5, we've got one of these songs. It's been causing a buzz on social media. It's actually got some motion. It's called Back Outside by Buju Benson and Sars. It's off the extended play by both artists, and they called that one The Game Needs Us. So number 5 is Back Outside. At number 4, we've got Why Love by Ashake, still off the new album by Ashake called Money. Number 3, we've still got Gratitude, still by Ashake. And number 2, we've got Chanel by Black Bones and still Ashake. And at number 1, we've got Forgiveness by Ashake. On that note, we end entertainment now today on Wednesday, and I would say make sure you forgive all your enemies, your friends as well. Make sure you have that spirit of forgiveness, just like Ashake sang in that particular. So my name has been Phonitin. It's been an amazing 30 minutes of bringing you the latest stories in the world of entertainment. See you on Friday.